everyone, welcome to a new video. Sorry about my appearance. Honestly, I just finished meetings and like work and everything. But I figured let's turn on the camera. It's such a gorgeous day. It's a little windy, but spring is definitely in the air, especially here in Southern California. It is very windy though. So it's like we're facing these days that are like, they're hot. They feel a little hot. So I don't know. It's difficult to get dressed at this time of the year, but it's gorgeous. It's optimistic nonetheless. So yeah, today on the agenda, I don't have a lot, but I want to go to donate some stuff, to look for some plates at the thrift store, and to finally get a lamp for my side kitchen. So that's essentially what I'm going to do. And then hopefully I get back on time and it's not like super like dark. And at least if I have 1 hour to start, I don't know, like planting the rest of the things that I have to plant, because time is going by so fast. I know, guys. And so that's what we're going to do today. And yeah, essentially I have on my lips this new thing that I think I showed you guys, but I'm obsessed. I have it in my desk all the time and I constantly use it. And it's this ESW Beauty. It's kind of like a lip treatment. It's a little bit tinted. This one is vanilla almond butter smoothie, but it's so good and I love it. So I figured, I think you guys actually came with me to Whole Foods and I purchased it. And I'm in love. I actually love like lip products. You guys know I love it, and by putting it on my desk, I'm more likely to use it. But yeah, guys, that's kind of like you know, the port of call for today. I do want to kind of like address and mention a few things, because a lot of you have asked me some questions about Elysium, how my outlook in life, things like that. But I figured, let me go, get ready to go. But I will come back. Hopefully I find something and I'll show it to you, and then we garden a little bit together and I'll address that. But yeah, guys, if you're new here, welcome to this side of the internet, and welcome to the family. Hopefully you are hitting the subscribe button in the bottom of the screen, and then you're joining this family. We romanticize every little thing here and we show reality, because that's essentially what Elysium is. It's essentially just romanticizing life, the mundane, and finding beauty in it, and showing that reality and how we can make our lives better as a community here on YouTube and on Instagram. But yes, and if you're not new here, well, thank you so much, my love, for tuning back in. I hope you enjoy. And yeah, let me just show you guys my little outfit. My loves, and I wanted to share with you kind of like my little outfit and perfume and kind of like lip balm, lip tint thing, just to head and mooch around the thrift store and then Home Goods, just to get that lamp. So let me show you. It is definitely feeling, and let me put you a little bit down. It is definitely feeling more springy, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm ready. So for lip tint, you guys know this e.l.f. one that I got in Target, which we actually went together. And this is the Glow Reviver Slip Stick in Love Slick. I'll try to leave it linked down below, but I've been loving this every time I am home, or I just need to pop around and like go to the store or something like that. It is amazing. Like it's so subtle, moisturizing, and I love it. And then I also got this at Target, and it's by Finery, and I wanted to use the florally one. So this one is in Flower Bed, and I love it. It's just so floral, but not like sophisticated. I don't know. I love it, guys. I definitely recommend this perfume and the other one, the Athena one that I've shown you guys also. But this one for a beautiful day of spring, like today. It's a little windy, but and then, okay. So for shoes, I'm wearing my Vivaya little flats because they're so comfortable and nothing like, like comfort. It is a little windy, so I don't know. And then I'm wearing this shirt dress because, as soon as I can, I always wear them, even though I wear them in fall too. But yes, so this is my little outfit. And then I'm going to bring this little cashmere, or is it wool? I can't remember. I think it's wool and cashmere little sweater just because it might be a little windy still. I don't know, like, although in the car sometimes I get a little warm. And then just because I'm gonna go to the thrift store, and then I'm gonna donate to some pans that are slightly used, but I got new pans, so someone might be able to use it, someone that, like is in college, I don't know, something like that. So I decided, let's do it. And then, as always, my little bag, so I can, if I buy something, I don't have to purchase a bag, and I just feel like it complements the outfit. But yeah, that's kind of like my little outfit, just to go and do some errands. But yeah, I'll try and vlog as much as I can, as always. But yeah, guys, come with me. And I came to Home Goods because at Goodwill there were not that many things, so yeah, I just need to go and see the little plate somewhere, like in another more antique type store, to put in the wall. And then I'm here, I'm gonna look for the lamp, but just wanted to update you guys and show you around. My loves, and I just walked in. I try to vlog as much as I can, but it was a little bit hard today because my partner decided to join in, and he starts just talking to me. And also, a lot of the stores have music that is so loud, and there were a lot of people around. But anyway, I tried. I did my best. But I wanted to show you essentially the only thing that I bought. I think as I was talking to you in Home Goods, essentially, I didn't find much at the thrift store, to be honest. Well, it's kind of like a thrift store. Yeah, it's like Goodwill. If you're not from the US and you don't know what Goodwill is, it's essentially kind of like a charity shop. And sometimes they have more antique. I know. So there's two close-ish. This one is more far away from where I'm located. But I had to come here with my partner, like to the area. So essentially, that's what that's what happened. But I need to go to the other one closer to us because I guess like older people live close by more in my area. So probably they have more antique plates and stuff. However, my partner also told me his grandma had a lot of antique and like older plates, so I should go and see. So hopefully you guys can join me in just choosing some plates. I don't know, and if that, like, how and when that's going to happen, but I wanted to put some kind of like in my kitchen and use them kind of like as decoration, hang them more in the walls and things like that. I think like it's going to give it more personality, more kind of like coziness to my overall decoration. And it's something I love. But let me show you then the only thing that I bought that was from Home Goods. Again, I could have bought something antique, but I just needed the lamp, and Home Goods always has good things. And yeah, Home Goods is kind of like the store that I go sometimes just to browse because I love homeware things. So I got this lamp. I just needed something to put kind of like on the corner side of this kind of like shelf that we have. Near my pots, and I just use those shelves to put like some fruit and like a little mini pantry that is kind of like cute and aesthetic, because this part I don't have a lot of storage, so it just does the job. And I love a little lamp to kind of like decorate and put a little bit coziness into the room, especially at night, because it's very useful. And here is also where Winston has like his little plates and stuff like that. So I got this one from the brand Karma House, and I love it. I thought it was beautiful because I like that. So this room is kind of like a darker nudish terracotta, and then I have on the wall that is behind you, I have kind of like a not mint, kind of like a sagey green. So this, I just love a chinoiserie type ceramic lamp, and this one has like beautiful patterns, and the little scone is so beautiful with this scallop little bottom, and it's just super simple, super easy. It was like pretty good price, to be honest. It was like $40, so I was like, okay, this is the one, and it fits perfectly. It gives my my kitchen, like my side kitchen, kind of like a cozier atmosphere, and I love it. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. But yeah, so it's just to put here, guys. You see it here? So yes, that's kind of like what I needed, and it does the job wonderfully. But yeah, guys, the other thing that I wanted to show you, and it's not related to any home thing that I purchased, but I did wanted to share with you my little kit. I received it a few days ago, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it's something that we should talk about, because it's one of those innovations that we should be more on top. And as females, especially in our 30s plus, and that makes me sound so pathetic, but it's true. I am trying to look for more ways to kind of like take care of my health and how prone I am to certain diseases and things like that. And the C word is something that it's alarming. It gives me a little bit of anxiety, to be honest, because everything you hear online is crazy, and you see so many younger people getting the C word. But yeah, so I wanted to share with you guys Aria. Aria is an at-home breast cancer screening that is powered by Tears. So essentially, it's kind of like an at-home test to essentially determine your like how prone you are to cancer, to breast cancer specifically. Detection of breast cancer can save lives. And it has kind of like a science behind it. And I'll leave the link down below so you can see more. I'm not a super science person, or I'm not a scientist or a specialist or anything like that. But I just figured I wanted to show you guys this. And again, this provides personalized results. So Aria is for any size, any shape, whether you have dense breast, implants, all bodies. Essentially, the result is unique to you. So that's very intriguing to me, and it's something that I really wanted to, explore more. And yeah, so essentially, that's something I want to do. I think you have to test. Let's see. Let's do a little. So it comes like this, and it tells you everything. So it's essentially a biological screening, and it's a non-invasive. So it's with your Tears, and it comes like this, and essentially, you register your kit, then you watch kind of like a video with your instructions, and then essentially you have to return it as soon as possible. So I'm not going to do this today on this video, but I wanted to show you guys, start talking about it. And then I think on my next video, I might do this with you guys and show the process of, doing this, and essentially, doing that at-home test and then sending it over. So I just want to bring a little bit of awareness to this type of things, because I thought it was so innovative and so cool in a way that as females and as people, we're getting companies that are creating this type of at-home kits that make us feel better and that make us kind of like be prepared. It's better to be prepared. Of course, this goes hand in hand with your routine exams, with checking yourself. That is very, very important. And listen, for me, I'm not experienced in like cancer or anything like that. I am not. Luckily, and knock on wood, my family is not really predisposition to it, as far as I know, like my close family. So it's something that I am not very knowledgeable in, or do not have firsthand experience or like secondhand experience, to be honest. But I have some friends that have lost their parents, things like that. And I want to be very prepared. And if I can get a kit to kind of like know my biological predisposition, to be more prepared and more aware of things, and maybe I need to test more often, maybe I need to go into a mammogram more often, things like that, I'm here for it. So I just wanted to show you guys. It gave me a coupon code for you guys to also order it, try it. And the coupon code is Andrea in all caps 20. I'll leave it here. Andrea in all caps 20 at checkout. And this would give you 20% off for you guys. And I think this is something that we can start trying. It's science. It's so uplifting to know that there are things that you can do before, and to kind of like determine, again, as I mentioned prior, the best way to test and how often. And it's good to be aware. So hopefully you guys use the 20% off code, which I thought it was pretty good. And it's something that is pretty cool. And science is like groundbreaking. I think I have like an hour of sunshine or like of light out, because it's already sundown. So I'm gonna go and garden a little bit, and I'll catch up with you guys outside to address a little bit of the talk that I wanted to have with you. And I made it back in the garden. Hopefully I don't miss my delivery, because I have a FedEx delivery that I missed yesterday, and I have to essentially I put a little note, so we'll see. But yes, so essentially I'm here because at least like the sun is literally very low, you can kind of see. But essentially, I got geraniums, and you might have seen it in one of my previous videos that, I just overall love geraniums. I think it's a very nostalgic plant, and they just look great. So I wanted to put one kind of like in the middle of my dining table from like my main dining area. And so I got one, and you guys might remember that I got from Ikea this bigger pot. So I want to pot it there, and that's going to be kind of like my centerpiece. Like instead of like cut flowers, I love little pots like this. But a lot of you probably newer people, or there was a specific message that I got from one of you lovelies that essentially said that they're having a hard time because they just moved and they don't know a lot of people, and how did I come to kind of like enjoy life and enjoy the little things in life, right? First, thank you for messaging me. Second, I'm sorry that you're feeling like that. And yeah, I started romanticizing the little things. I think I touched a little bit in the past in previous videos. But yeah, essentially I had moved for the first time from a place that I had been, like from San Francisco, that I had been for years and years. I went to college there. That was the first time when I moved to this country. I essentially was in San Francisco for years and years. I had all my friends, everything. And then with my partner, we moved to Connecticut first. We went to school there. And yeah, essentially it was very hard and very tough at the beginning. Of course, the novelty of things, it's always like when there's something that is new. Yeah, there's fear, but there's also kind of like that excitement, right? And as the months went in, by the way, I used to be the type of person that would fill their time with like going out, having a bunch of things to do, fulfilling like a social agenda all the time, and I could not stop. Even like after work, I would like meet someone for dinner, which is lovely, but I would do it a lot. And so when we moved, of course it was novelty, but then I kept trying to think like, oh my God, it's been already like 2 months and we don't know anyone. I don't know anyone. Well, I know people, but I'm not friends with anyone. I don't have friends. And I kept trying to impress people. I literally tried to impress people, and it was very hard. It was very hard. It was very emotionally draining. And then winter came in like Connecticut. And if you don't know, winters are rough there too. And I kept feeling that pressure, and I would open social media and I would feel so much pressure, and I would feel like, oh my God, like I'm not doing anything, and I'm here and I'm like in this big apartment, like just alone. What do I do? And I would romanticize little things here and there, like organizing my house and things like that, but not like to this extent. I would romanticize little things like and enjoy little things because that's how I was raised and that's how my mom is, and I saw that in my culture and my people, but it was to a different extent. And then it was really hard. So then eventually we decided that we were moving here to Los Angeles area. And I was like, okay, perfect. LA is California. It's going to be easier. No, it's not easy. It was hard too. It was exciting, but I was like, oh my God. And like, I would never take care of plans that much. I was just like, and then again, I kept with that pressure. Oh my God, I need to meet a bunch of people. And I started impressing people. And I felt like my anxiety, my social battery was out of the roof. I felt like I was living just to fulfill kind of like a life or an expectation that I had and that I put in myself because of social media and because of what I would see. And that's why I started realizing that by slowing down and not having to impress anyone, like my life is my life, and all the little things can look different to many people, right? And there's different stages. Like maybe in a few years I would not be in this house, and maybe I have to move to an apartment, and I would not be able to garden as much. I don't know, or maybe, and I know it's going to be like this. Maybe I'll move into a bigger house with a bigger garden with chickens and stuff like that, and it's going to be different, right? But just learning to be alone with myself and being okay with that, and learning that the only person that I have to worry about impressing is myself. So hopefully you can start appreciating little things like doing a DIY, like with my flower vase, dyeing shoes that you don't use, reading a little book. There's so many books that just transport you. What else you can do? Listening to some music and cleaning your house, little things like that will eventually bring you a lot of joy. Like I'm trying to learn calligraphy, so maybe purchase a little calligraphy set that it's not that expensive from Amazon. Watercoloring, things like that will bring you joy, and you're gonna start feeling like your time alone is precious, and all that silence that you feel, if you put some classical music, some lovely music that you enjoy, it will bring you joy eventually, and then you're gonna start losing that fear of needing to fulfill certain agendas or to fulfill what you see online. Sometimes you see like, oh, these people dressed up all the time and going to parties, and it's fun. But yeah, just think, okay, good for them. But where am I? Where am I heading? What am I discovering about myself and what I'm cultivating? So hopefully that kind of like helps you. And I'm happy to do more Q&As about this. Leave them linked down below. But yeah, that's why I started thinking about Elysium living and romanticizing little things. Or sometimes I was very self-conscious of also losing my fear of my YouTube and like doing what I wanted to do for years. And it's this, just recording and motivating and finding a community online and finding this as a hobby that I love. But I was like, sometimes I don't buy expensive products. So who is going to like me if I don't buy the most expensive makeup or the most expensive skincare? No, lose your fear. Whatever you use and you like, don't be ashamed. You don't have anyone to impress. So again, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to kind of like do another talk. I just don't want to extend this a lot. But yeah, now let me plant this little geranium because I think that's all I'm going to have time. And then I'll probably show you a little time lapse of this, show you a little snippet of my dog walk with Winston because I also have to do that really quick. And then, yeah, I'll sign off. Right, my loves, and we're back where we started. Hopefully this video was not that boring or short. I just wanted to, like, as you guys have told me, to just relax and not have to stress so much about, filming or just having an agenda to what to show you. A lot of you guys told me that you enjoy just how I romanticize my simple life. And that's comforting. And that's this community. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed like the really quick time lapse of me planting. Literally, as soon as I like finished potting and I was watering, FedEx guy came in, which I love. That was meant to be. And then, yeah, I try to include little snippets of like a short little snippets of Winston's walk. I filmed them on my meta glasses, so hopefully they look okay. It was the most beautiful kind of like sundownish, and it was gorgeous. But yeah, guys, I hope you're doing well, and until the next one, bye.